Hello, my name is Najida Chapoteau. A short introduction for those of you who don't know me. I'm Haitian American. I stand for racial equity and social justice. I stand for us doing our work and uncovering and releasing what we learned from colonization. So I'm all about us decolonizing our minds. It is the path that I'm on. And I am a certified life coach. Actually, I go by the title Purpose Alignment Coach. I'm also a wellness consultant. I work with established and emerging women leaders. I help them find their voice, be their authentic self so they can show up in the world being themselves and standing for racial equity, standing for systemic change. And I'm a big advocate for us taking care of ourselves. So that's another thing I work people with. I work with I help them gain and maintain a wellness practice, self-care, a self-care practice that works for them. Because not everything that works for one, not what works for one person doesn't work for somebody else. So wanted to do a quick video to talk about, I shared something in my story. I shared a few clips in my story earlier this week when I talked about the importance, how we needed to use, I basically shared, let us use empowering words towards ourselves. Let us speak empowerment into ourselves. Let us use words that empower and inspire us. And how the society we live in often uses words that disempower us. And I wanted to elaborate more, and I said I would, as to why I spoke about this. I am big on this. It's something that I do my best to do for myself. It's something that I work with my clients and that I even talk to friends about, people who are open to it. And I just wanted to clarify, just basically share a little bit more about this. So actually, I want to say this is how I actually said that day and why I wanted to do this video. I was having a conversation with a friend last weekend where we were just talking about how, society puts us in a box and how, it's about checking those boxes, go to school, check. Then after high school, you need to go to college, get that degree, check, get married, get the house, have the home. Like there's all these checks and different checks. Like you have a business, then make certain amount of money or whatever it is. There's all these boxes, all these check that they're telling us to do. And often it may not be the path for us, or there might be some blockages like generational trauma. There just could be so many different reasons that we are either this is not the path for us, that's not what's true for us, or we just have certain reasons why certain things haven't happened to us. Maybe the life we envision is not the life that we're actually experiencing. And the thing is that the reason why I talked about the empowering thing is because for many of us, if not most of us, whenever I would say for all of us, whenever there's something that society told us that we were supposed to do by the certain time, a certain age, or a certain time in our life, whatever it is, whenever we haven't either achieved it, or maybe it's even something we're not interested in, or we haven't accomplished or something, we are often shamed. We are often told that something is wrong with us. We are often, basically, we sort of like get, we're actually, that's the response from people around us. Sometimes it could even be family members, it could be friends, or it could be a total stranger, but the person finds out certain things about us. And when I was having this conversation with my friend, one of the things I shared with her is how, I'm very much I don't like to use the word anti, but I'm gonna use it because I can't seem to find a better word for it. But I'm not into the like I there's a lot of things that I don't go by what the system says. I'm kind of like, and especially on the path that I've been in for a couple of years and even more. And that's another thing that I actually work with my clients on too, is there's just so many ways and so many things that we don't realize how systems like white supremacy have impacted our lives. And colonization, which which white supremacy was basically built on, is what it's about. Is we don't realize how these things are impacting us. And one of the things I was saying is how, I told her that, I tend to be not about these systems. And one of the things I really got that after maybe it was a day or so, and that's why I wanted to share. I said I would do I did a quick, like, a 1 minute clip on my story, and I said I would expand it here, is how we don't realize how when somebody, for example, tells you, oh, you're late, or what's wrong with you, it makes you feel bad. So it disempowers you. We're not empowering people. We are not inspired. These systems, and unfortunately, all of us have been impacted, and all of us, those things have been ingrained in our mind. When we tell somebody that something is wrong with them because they haven't achieved certain milestones in their business, or they haven't gotten married, they didn't have a child, whatever it is, or they don't have the relationship, they don't have the job, they didn't get the degree, we make them feel bad. And sometimes, many of us, actually a lot of times, if not most times, a lot of us are actually even feeling bad sometimes for those things. We might be feeling bad. So then what it does is it just keeps us in that cycle of like feeling bad and not feeling good. And the thing is that when you stay in that space where you just feel bad and you are in shame, all it does is it keeps you stuck. If it's something, first of all, if it's something that you desire in your life, you're not able to take the steps to create it. You're not able to, let's say the blockage could be some generational trauma. You're not able to go and take the steps to either see a therapist or see somebody and do, family constellation, whatever it is. Like, seek the help that you need. What it does is it keeps you stuck. And I often tell people to be very mindful of the words that they use with themselves, toward themselves. And also, we also have to be mindful of who we're surrounding ourselves with. Because yes, even though we might be all doing the work to like feel good and do certain things, but our environment impacts us. So this is why it is so important for us to really pay attention to that. And unfortunately, and this is also why it is so important for us to, I know, people say, I know that most likely it may not happen in my lifetime where these systems have been dismantled. But I think the more we do the work of like paying attention as to, okay, why do you think this is bad? Why do you feel a certain way? Is it really something that's coming from you? Or is it something because that's what society has told you? And then if it's, first of all, if it's society, we need to work on letting that go. And then for us, then we also need to actually do our best, feel what needs to be felt, grieve what needs to be grieved. And then we work on creating what we want to create in our lives. But the whole cycle of actually shaming people, of shaming ourselves through these disempowering words or disempowering behaviors, that's not going to help us create the change that we desire. So that's what I wanted to share, and that's what I wanted to share with you all. I hope you get something from it. Leave me a comment. It's actually much longer than I thought it was going to be, but I really wanted to share this and let you all, and so that it made sense to people. Take care. Have a great day.